PCT runs from the Mexican border to the Canadian border. It's 2,650 miles. Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I have my daughters urging. I'm kind of making a second introductory video to this channel and what this journey is all about. So I am currently on the Pacific Crest Trail. I'm actually at a rarity, like in a basin. I think this is so rare that I'm actually kind of what I would call ground level. So yeah, we're here on the Pacific Crest Trail. And why is a 61-year-old dude who kind of retired, kind of not, doing this to himself? Great question. There's a long answer, there's short answers to this. And I think really, you know, I love to read, and, you know, was inspired by Jon Krakauer's book, Into the Wild, years ago. It's about Christopher McCandless, and he burns it all down and moves to Alaska and dies of starvation. And that's not what I want to do. I'm not trying to die of starvation, but I thought, man, how bold just to walk away. I don't want to be that dramatic, because frankly, I've got a great life that I don't want to walk away from. That book kind of planted a seed in my head of there's something more out there than what I'm doing. About 8 years ago, 7.5 years ago, one of my very best friends passed away suddenly, and he was in good health, and it really rocked my world. And I were coming home, funeral and everything, and back to Dallas where we were living at the time, and telling Lisa, my wife, that I was just not interested in working for a living. Meaning, I didn't want to work, retire, and die. There's got to be more out there. I just kind of lost interest. And I remember reading the book Wild, but I don't think that's the first place I heard of the PCT. But it is also another great book, is Wild by Cheryl Strayed. And at some point is when I let her, yeah, that's it. That's what I'm going to do. I don't know if my wife took me seriously. She knew I wanted to retire, right? And but I picked up another book called PCT Trials, and it's about the mental aspect of hiking the Pacific Crest Trail. It's really a great book. And I'll tell you, one of the things that book recommends is to tell everybody you know. Well, that kind of fits my MO. That's kind of what I do. If I'm excited about something, everybody's excited about it. or we ain't friends. It's kind of one of the two. So I started talking about it a couple of years ago, and maybe even longer, about this PCT. And it's so funny, the amount of people who want to ask me about the Pacific Coast Trail. It is not the Pacific Coast Trail. That's called Highway 1. It is the Pacific Crest Trail, several hundred miles inland. I assure you, the closest I got to the ocean was flying into San Diego, and then going to Campo, California, where the southern terminus is. So yeah, it is Pacific Crest Trail. So back to Zach's book. He suggested that that whoever's reading the book literally write down the reasons you want to do this. And I think my primary reason is I wanted to do something epic. I wanted to at least attempt something epic, you know. And I want to take my grandchildren camping, and I don't know, maybe even know what I'm doing a little bit. I love hiking, and it's a great place to get in touch with your own head, you know, or whatever. It's just, for me, it's kind of a spiritual thing, really, hiking is. And we don't have to talk. My wife Lisa and I will go hiking. We may be yapping, and we may not say anything for an hour, and I'm good either way. So that's primarily my reason. So I started putting this wheels into motion to retire last year, which I did officially on December 29th. And applied for this permit, and had a couple friends start the trail with me, and both who have stopped hiking for their own reasons. And so that's why I'm sitting in the field. All I can think of is a gladiator and Russell Crowe walking through, touching the wheat. And I am literally by myself in a field in Southern California. And I got to tell you, I couldn't be any more grateful. So that's what this channel is all about. Is because I had friends and family want to kind of follow along with me, which is super cool, because that support is more than they'll ever know, and more than any of you will know how much that means to me. So if you're new here, again, welcome to the family, man. That's what this is about. This is about one guy's journey on the Pacific Crest Trail.